Good? Okay. All right. Happy Sabbath, family.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom as well. I'm Brother Al, for those who don't know. This is my reader, Brother Nehemiah, coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel. In the name of the Most High Yah, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, with a message on this true Sabbath day, 7th day of the week. All right? We thank him first and foremost for that revelation. It seemed like simple knowledge, I want to tell the truth. 7 days, 7th day of the week.
Yes, sir.
We still got rotating.
Yeah.
We still got it on the first day. I guess it ain't as common as, I heard a little echo, do you?
Common sense ain't coming.
Yeah. Is
Check
it?
one.
Maybe
Check
it's just
two.
me. It could
Yeah,
be.
it sound
Okay,
good.
all right. All right, well, praise the Most High Yah for the opportunity to be up here and share his message. The title of the lesson is, Let the Dead Bury the Dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Right? Kind of interesting concept. We're going to open up at Matthew, the 8th chapter. That's it, yeah, Matthew 8. Let the dead bury the dead. It sounds strange on the surface, don't it? How can somebody that's dead bury somebody else that's dead? Right? But you know what the Most High say, though, don't you? Hold on, let me show you what it say. Go to Psalms 78, verse 1. Because the statement came out of the mouth of Yeshua. Well, you want to say Jesus, we ain't finna fight you. You can say whatever you want. You know who it is, though. Excuse me. Let the dead bury the dead. Psalm 78, verse 1. Then we're going back to that Matthew. Right? We just started here. Hearken to the scripture.
Give ear, O my people, to my law.
Mm-hmm.
Incline your ears to the words of the debar of my mouth.
That's right. He always, if you notice one thing throughout the scriptures, is always telling the people to hearken and pay attention.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Because he trying to explain something. He trying to show you how he moves. He trying to bless you with knowledge of the Most High.
That's right.
And the only way you going to know and understand is if you're paying attention to how he moves and how he talks. So he said, give ear unto my law, incline your ears unto the words of my mouth.
I will open my mouth in the parable.
This is why you need to be paying attention. Everything ain't on the surface.
That's right.
Huh?
It ain't
If
literal.
you want to hide a treasure, do you hide it on the surface?
No.
Oh, you dig it in the sand.
That's right.
Huh? It's still there. You know what it is, where it is.
Exactly.
It's just hidden to other people. Right? So he said, what? I will
I will
open my
open my
mouth.
mouth in the parable.
What you going to talk about?
I will utter dark sayings of old.
Stuff that already been written.
That's right.
Dark, meaning can you see it in the dark or at night? No. Or your vision is obscured. Right? So he's letting you know it's hidden, in other words. So I'm going to open up to you hidden sayings, hidden truths, right, that already been spoken of from a long time ago.
Right.
Right? So this is what the Mashiach is talking about. When he come on the scene, this is how he going to be teaching. Right?
That's right.
And a lot of times the people ain't going to get it. He said, you know what he said in Daniel? He said, many going to run to and fro, knowledge going to increase, but the wicked ain't going to understand. Only the wise is going to understand. Then what he tell you? Seek out, work out your own salvation, right?
With fear and trembling.
Study to show thyself approved.
That's right.
If it was easy, he wouldn't say study. All right? But anyway, go back to that Matthew 8. Enough on that. We just wanted to see how he speak and how he operates sometimes. That's all right. Matthew 8. We'll pick it up at verse 18. Matthew 8, verse 18. See, a couple of things we're going to learn from this from this speech, if the Most High permit. Let's see what it is. Go ahead.
Now when Yeshua saw great multitudes about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side.
That's right. So he saw the multitude. He said he gave commandment to depart to the other side. Go ahead.
And a certain scribe came and said unto him,
What'd he say?
Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest.
You hear that? The scribe offered this up. He said, I'm going to follow you. Wherever you go, I'm down. I'm down for the cause. Right? Go ahead.
And Yeshua said unto him,
What did he say?
The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have
He
nests.
said, I already know you got my back. Huh?
The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests. But the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
Look what he tells. This serious business, what I'm doing.
Right.
It's so serious. I don't even have a place to stay. The work is so serious. It's so intense. I don't even have a place to stay. And you talking about you going to follow me. So what is that? Do you think you willing to go through these lengths?
Right.
Just like today, ain't nothing changed. We got sunshine faith. Long as the sun shine, I can serve God with everything I got. That's the truth.
Right.
That's what I observed in this walk from 2011 to 2020.
Right.
It's a lot of sunshine faith. But when the Most High turn up the heat a little bit, people start falling off.
Flaking.
People start falling off. They service to God, they heart and they desire for God get real weak. And that's what he explained to the man right now. Listen, you talking to that talk, you saying you can follow me, but would you be able to follow me without a place to lay your head?
Right.
This is how I do. I'm so dedicated to the Most High. Do you have this type of dedication? Ask yourself this. Don't keep it real. I know we ain't gonna keep it real today. We on society that ain't gonna allow it. Go ahead.
21. And another of his disciples said unto him,
What did he say?
Adonai, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Yeshua said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead.
You see what he said? It's a reason. He said, what? Again, what did he ask?
And another of his disciples said unto him, Adonai, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Yeshua said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead.
So pay attention, he said one of his disciples, right? A disciple is what?
A
follower or a student. So that means he's been working, or he's been around, or he's been doing a little bit of little plowing.
Yes, sir.
A little work in the ministry. Right? And now he said, allow me first to go bury my father. Jesus ain't just making empty statements when he say this. He already told he the utter dark sayings from old. He got this from somewhere in the scriptures. It's a lesson to be learned here. Right? What did he say? Follow me.
And let the dead bury their dead.
Why would he say, follow me and let the dead bury their dead? Let's see right quick why he would say, follow me. John 10:10. He ain't just come to play around. He showed the man how serious it is. He said, foxes have holes, birds have nests.
Yes.
I don't have a place to stay.
Right.
You think you built like this? One time he told the other disciples, he said, can you drink of this cup that I've been made to drink of? They said, yeah. He said, you're going to drink indeed. Look, this series, it's just play business in 2020.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
We can serve God any way we want.
We think we can.
Yeah. It's just light work in the 2000s.
Right.
He loves us regardless of what we do. I can't tell because he called a lot of people that's living dead.
Right.
Huh? And the funny thing about it is, these is his own people that's been given his own laws, statutes, and commandments,
Man.
and knowledge of him.
Man.
And he ain't say they was alive. He said they dead. He said, follow me. Why would he say follow me? Verse 10. John
The thief
10,
cometh
verse 10.
not,
Uh-huh.
but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
So that's what the thief come to do. Who is the thief?
Hashatan.
Yeah, so but what you come for then? You telling me about the thief? What you come for?
I am come that they might have life,
You see
and
that?
they might have it more abundantly.
He said, I come that they might have life. That's why he told the man, follow me. Don't worry about the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. That's going to take care of itself, in other words.
Right.
He out here don't even know. What you do, you follow me. Because I have come that they might have life. And life more abundantly. Well, how they going to do that? Go ahead.
I am the good shepherd.
Look at that. The scriptures have already spoken about the good shepherd.
That's right.
And what he was going to come to do. And he said, his sheep going to know him. All right? Go ahead.
I am the good shepherd.
Yes, you
The
are.
good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
You see that? The good shepherd going to give his life for the sheep. You just follow me.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep
That's
and
right.
fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep.
Let's drop all the way down. I don't want all this. Pick me up at verse 25.
25. Yeshua answered them, I told you and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
Right, say the works I do, they let you know who I am. I ain't got to say nothing. Go ahead.
But ye believe not,
He said, you don't believe me.
because ye are not of my sheep,
He
as
said-
I said unto you.
What you mean?
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
They do what?
They follow me.
You see that? It's the truth. They following the light.
That's right.
He said, let the dead bury my sheep. He saw the man his disciple. Disciple mean follower. Right? So we're going to pick it up a little bit again. But first, let's go and see where Christ got this language from. Or this, you know what? Let's go on over to Luke 9. It'll work out better like this. We're going to see the same thing. Then we'll backtrack. It's another lesson in that parable too. Verse 57. Luke 9, verse 57.
And it came to pass
What you talking about?
that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Adonai, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yeshua said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests,
Right.
but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said,
My sheep hear my voice. He calling them out.
Right.
Follow me, follow me. I'm letting you know. Go ahead. But he said what?
59. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Adonai, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yeshua said unto him, Let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of Yahuwah.
Look what he said. He said, look, let the dead bury the dead. But you got a different mission. You've been sent for something else. He said, but you go and you preach the kingdom. Huh? Go ahead.
And another also said, Adonai, I will follow thee.
Everybody talking about what they gonna do, right? Go ahead.
But let me first go bid them farewell.
But everybody got something else on the agenda. I
Right.
need to do this first.
Right.
You see, this is how most people deal with God.
Put the
Yeah, I'm going
most-
to come to the Lord, but first I need to do this. But first I need to do that. But all the time while he calling you.
Right.
He said, many call, but few, I can't choose you.
Right.
You won't even come.
Right.
My sheep know my voice. When I call, they drop everything.
Right.
Right? When he called some of the disciples out, they were fishing. What they say, come follow me. They dropped everything. They left father and everything.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Right? It wasn't no delay. See, delay killed the faith. When he told Abraham to go sacrifice Isaac,
That's what he
Abraham then said, hold on, Lord, wait a minute. First, let me kiss the boy goodbye.
Make it plain.
Nah, he said, he got up and went. No procrastination. See, that's just something that we learn. Every time we got to do something for the Most High, we like, wait, I got to do this first.
Yeah.
I got to get myself in order.
Backbiting.
I need to get this. I need to get that. I can't. But you got too much baggage.
Yeah.
But he finna tell us, we finna learn a very valuable lesson. What happened?
61.
What it mean?
And another also said, Adonai, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house.
Yes.
And Yeshua said unto him,
What'd he say?
No man, having put his hands to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
See that? That was the point. His disciple was following him at first. Disciple mean followers. You put your hand to the plow.
Right.
You started the work.
Right.
You started the mission. Now all of a sudden you looking back. He said, no man who does that is fit for the kingdom. How we fit? We on and off.
Wow.
We roller coaster, Texas Giant.
Lukewarm.
Up and down. Huh? We good as long as the Lord blessing our game, long as the sun shining on my
Yeah.
finances, long as I got a job, long as my wife ain't acting up, long as ain't
Yeah.
nobody dying and flying, we good.
Right. Yeah.
But it's easy to serve God. I wouldn't even call that really service, really.
Right. Right.
Nah, you just doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Can you serve him when he requires something from you?
That's right.
When he takes something from, where the sacrifice on your end at?
Right.
You put your hand to the plow when you start. That's dangerous. You've allowed something to come between us. We learned this lesson from a very old story in the book. Did you finish that verse?
Nah.
Go ahead.
And Yeshua said unto him,
What'd he say?
Oh, yeah, we did. We finished that.
Go ahead and get it. You there.
No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
That's right. That's what it's about. Building the kingdom. Right? Let's go back to 1 Kings 19. This is where the lesson come from. First Kings 19. Elijah. Prophet of the Most High. He slew Jezebel's prophets. Right? The Most High was with him in all this work. What happened? We're going to start at verse 1. Go ahead.
19:1. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done.
That's right.
And withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword.
They say he slew all them prophets of Baal. All right? So he was putting in work for the Most High. Go ahead.
Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time.
Right. So she, full of pride, arrogance, she said, how you did my prophet, you killed them all.
I'm going to do it to you.
I'm going to do that to you. If I don't do that to you by this time, let the Lord, let
them gods
let
do
the
to
guys
me.
do to me what I said I was going to do to you.
Right.
So basically, my life for your life.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So go ahead.
3. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belongeth to Judah, and left his servant there.
So once he heard what she said,
He fled.
he forgot. We would say fear kicked in. It's hard, y'all. Fear and faith, they
can't
can't coexist. Ain't no dual reign.
That's right.
One of them is going to overtake you.
That's right.
So he fled from the face of Jezebel. He even left his servant in Judah. Go ahead.
4. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness.
So he going out there All right, they journeyed into the wilderness. Go ahead.
And came and sat down under the juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die.
All right.
And-
Sometimes you got to read a lot of scriptures to get a little point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we're doing right now. So
Yeah.
do your best to stick with the message, right? Go ahead.
And said, "It is enough. Now, O Adonai."
You know why it's like that? Because it's a treasure. Sometimes to find one gold coin, you got to dig 10 feet in the ground. Huh? It's a treasure. You going to be diligent enough to stick with it, or you going to quit when you get to 9.5 feet? All right, go ahead.
O Adonai, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers.
Look at that. Go ahead. What verse you at? I lost
5.
Okay.
And as he lay and slept under the juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and laid him down again.
Go ahead.
The angel of Yahuwah came again the second time, and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength that the meat 40 days and 40 nights until Horeb, the mountain of Yahuwah.
Okay, so the angel told him, rise and eat the second time. He arose, he ate, and that held him over for 40 days. Right? Go ahead.
And he came thither unto a cave and lodged there. And behold, the word of Yahuwah came to him and said unto him, What dost thou here, Elijah?
Look, he hiding in a cave, right? So the word of the Most High come to him and said, what you doing here in this cave? He the prophet. He been selected and ordained by the Most High, right? You got a ministry. What are you doing in this cage? All right, look what he said. Go ahead.
And he said, I have been very jealous for Yahuwah Elohim of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away.
All right, so what's happening? He letting the Most High know he was fearful for his life.
Right.
Right? But the Most I ain't told you that. You supposed to be hiding under the shadow of my wings.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
11. And he said, Go forth and stand upon the mountain before Yahuwah. And behold, Yahuwah passed by, and a great strong wind rent the mountains and brake into pieces the rocks before Yahuwah. But Yahuwah was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. But Yahuwah was not in the earthquake.
Right.
And after the earthquake, a fire. But Yahuwah was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice.
Look at that. So he gave two big signs.
Right.
Right? An earthquake and a fire. Something you would think the Most High would show up in.
Right.
But he wasn't in either one.
Right.
But when those passed, it came a small, still voice. How you gonna hear the voice? You got too much interference in your life. So what happened? Small, still voice.
13. And it was so, when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in the mantle and went out and stood in the entering in the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, What doest thou here, Elijah?
What you doing here? Go ahead.
And he said, I have been very jealous for Yahuwah Elohim of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thy altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away.
Right, so he thought it was the only one left, right? Go ahead. He said they seek my life to take it away, so he ran, right, for fear of his life. Go ahead.
And Yahuwah said unto him, Go, return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus, and when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria.
Right.
And Jehu the son of Nimshi shalt thou anoint to be king over Israel. And Elisha the son of Shaphat of Abel Mahola shalt thou anoint to be prophet in thy room.
Look what happened.
And it shall come to pass.
Hold on for a minute. He got replaced. He said, you got to go anoint the king of Syria. You got to anoint Jehu, the son of Nimshi, to be king over Israel. And you got to anoint Elisha, the son of Shaphat, to be a prophet in your stead, in your place.
That's right.
So what the scriptures say? He put his hand to the plow.
Left his job.
Huh? He started. But he turned back.
Follow me.
So what you saying? Elijah ain't gonna make the kingdom? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is where we learn the lesson that he was talking about in the New Testament. Oh, I thought you were saying Elijah ain't gonna be in the kingdom. I'm finna get on your head. God wouldn't give you the satisfaction. You hear me? Right? But go ahead.
17.
Yes.
And it shall come to pass that him that escapeth the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay,
Right.
and him that escapeth from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay.
Now Jehu the Most High, he anointed Jehu king, and Jehu is gonna take down Jezebel, the very same one who Elijah is fleeing from. And not only Jezebel, he's going to wipe out Ahab, whole household, whole lineage. Right? And then he said, whoever escaped, the one that's taking your place, he going to slay him, Elisha. Right? But go ahead.
Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth which hath not kissed him.
Right. See, on top of that, you thought you was only one. He said, I always got an election, a remnant, according to the election of grace. It's always a small number. And that's why he was saying, follow me. It's always only a small number that follow me. Few are chosen. I'm calling, but you got something else to do. Another parable he broke down. He said, one go to his merchandise. He called them out. One go to his merchandise. One go to his farm.
Right.
One say, I done married a wife. Right? Everybody got everything else more important to do than serve God. Then he go to tell you how you really feel. What benefit or what profit is it that we serve God? Huh? That's what the people say. It's much benefit. It's much profit. What verse? Go ahead.
19. So he departed thence and found Elisha the son of Shaphat.
Right, now watch this. Elijah, watch what he doing.
Who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him.
Look at that. See, what did Christ say?
Get that hand to the plow.
No man that put his hand to the plow and turn back is worthy. This is where he got it
Kingdom of the
from.
Most High.
Right. So watch what he gonna do. So Elijah got to anoint Elisha, right?
Right.
So Elisha, he working. Go ahead.
Who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him, and he with the 12th. And Elijah passed him.
Did you see a similarity? 12? All right, go ahead.
And Elijah passed by him.
See, Elijah passed by Elisha. And what did he do?
And cast his mantle upon him.
So the mantle that he had, right, the robe,
Yeah.
he cast it upon, and when he cast his mantle upon Elisha, he know what that means. He anointed him. He giving them, he passing on the robe.
Right.
Right, the job is yours now. Why? Because he looked back.
Right.
So he know what this means. Right, watch, go ahead.
20. And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said,
Look at that.
Let me,
he ain't stay playing, he left.
Yeah.
Watch what he gonna do, go ahead.
Let me, I pray thee, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow thee.
Look at that.
Man.
Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar? Is this
Yeah.
not the same thing he said?
Yeah.
This is where he got it from. The lesson. He say he gonna utter dark sayings of old. He know one thing. If a man start out with that work and he look back, he ain't gonna be worthy. He gonna, cause you know what he figure out? You gonna look back more than once.
Right.
When something else you love come your way, you gonna look back again. Go ahead.
Let me, I pray thee, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow thee. And he said unto him, Go back again, for what I have done to thee. And he returned back from him and took a yoke of oxen and slew them and bore their flesh with the instruments of the oxen and gave unto the people, and they did eat. Then he arose and went after Elijah and ministered unto him.
Right, he rose and went out to Elijah, he served him. And he wouldn't stop following him until he gave him a double portion of his spirit.
Right.
Right? So that's where he got it from. Let's go back and let's go back to Luke and read it one more time. We ain't gonna read it all. Luke 9. We're gonna start at verse 50 now. We ain't gonna read it all. You there?
Yes, sir.
Hearken to the scripture.
And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Adonai, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yeshua said unto him, let the dead bury their dead.
He said, let the dead bury the dead. It's somebody greater than Elijah here. Let the dead bury the dead.
Mm-hmm. But go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High.
See, this is how people going to be saved. He said, but you go and you preach the kingdom. We got work to do, right? So what would make them dead? How is the dead going to bury the dead? What do we mean? What makes you dead? Why you living? Let's find out. Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2, verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
Ephesians 2:1. And you hath he quickened.
So quicken mean to be made alive,
Yes,
right?
sir.
He said, you have he quickened? What you mean?
Who were dead in trespasses and in sin.
That's clear. You trying to tell me all them people were sinning
Dead.
and trespassing against you? That's what you saying.
Mm.
They call your name. All those people. That's what you saying. Go ahead.
2. Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Look at that. Disobedient to what?
The laws.
The law, statutes, and commandments. They don't have faith in the Messiah. They don't have faith in the word because the whole word is talking about one to come that was going to bring life.
Right.
You know why? They got something they love better, more. They got other gods. That's why they look back. See, it's subtle. Just like when he came, he was talking to the rich young ruler, right? What did the rich young ruler say? I kept all the commandments. He said, what I got to do to get life? He said, keep all of the commandments. He said, I did all that, right? Then what he explained to him?
Sell what you got.
Go sell everything you got. What he was showing him was, you say you've been keeping all the commandments, but this your error. You covetous.
Yeah, that's where your heart is.
This your number one love. That's what he's showing him. But all of the while, in his mind, I'm keeping every commandment.
Right.
See, but the Most High he shined the light on them dark deeds.
Yes, sir.
Right? And if men love the light, they come to it. If they don't, they're going to stay in their darkness. Darkness is death. This is what I come for, so that you might have life. Because you dead in sins and trespasses. Go ahead.
3. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
Look, just tell the truth. What seems satanic about that? Huh? What seems satanic? We all got desires.
But they was of the world.
They love this stuff more than God. They are their own Elohim. I love that money. That's your God.
Yeah.
I love this lifestyle. Fornicating, man, I can't stop. I'm addicted. You know why you're addicted? Because you're dead to sin. So even though you know it's wrong, you can't stop. You're a slave to that lifestyle. That's why you dead while you living. That's why you know to do good, but you can't find the power. What verse 3?
Bottom of 3. And were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
You see that? What wrath? The wrath of God. He said you was by nature. If you kept on going on that little old natural road you was on, you was going to receive the wrath of God.
Destruction.
Got too many other gods. Go ahead.
But Elohim, who is rich in mercy for his great, who is rich in mercy for his great love wherewith he loved us.
Look at that. This is why Christ came. The Most High sent the Son because he was rich in mercy. He had mercy on all them dead people. He gave them an opportunity to send. He sent the Son. Whoever believe, whoever follow him, you have an opportunity to be raised from the dead.
Right.
And you need to be born again while you living. You can't wait till you die to be born again. Well, go ahead.
5. Even when we were dead in sins and have quickened us together with Hamashiach.
See that? Even when we were dead in sin, he quickened. He made us alive by Christ. That was his job. That was his mission. Die for the sins of the world. So how are we saved? Go ahead.
By grace ye are saved.
You couldn't earn it. I don't care how righteous you was according to the law. You couldn't earn it. It ain't a law given that can raise you up from the dead like that. Matthew 7 chapter. Verse 21. There was a multitude. He say it's always a remnant, right?
Yes, sir.
But you know what's funny? It's always a remnant, but it's always a multitude that claim that they serve and worship.
True.
I'm confused.
True.
Huh? So out of that multitude, it's only a remnant that actually end up following them.
Right.
It ain't changed in 2020. It's been the same throughout every generation. So much so Elijah thought he was the only one. He didn't know it was 7,000 more. Look, consider this. This is how evil the works of the people was in Elijah's day. There's so many people following the ways of Baal. Elijah thought he was the only one left that was down for the cause of God.
Man.
I mean, there's a lot of people
Yes,
with a
sir.
lot of dead works.
Yes, sir.
It's in every generation.
That's right.
See, but we can't recognize it. But he finna help us out right here. Verse 21, hearken to the scripture.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Adonai, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of Shamaim.
Right. We ain't even concerned about first day of the week service right now. We concerned about people that say they follow the Messiah.
Man.
People that's supposed to know who they are. That's what we talking to. He
Right.
came to his own.
Right.
The very ones I gave, made the covenant with, gave you the commandments, the
Right.
statutes, the ways to be obedient. You know, the very ones that he said was dead.
Right.
They got to call a remnant out because the whole seed is rotting. See, that's how it is now. Everybody love everything about the world. It's fun. It's funny. It's enjoyable. Right? It's subtle. It's rewarding in the flesh. It's pleasurable. Right? But it's death. The end of those ways are death.
Yes, sir.
You dead while you living. Dry bones in the valley. Learning about the Most High is boring. I don't keep it real. I'd rather watch Vampire in Brooklyn. I'm just saying. Watch somebody eye fall out. I'm just saying. Foolishness. All right? And I'd rather watch the game. I gotta go. Look, men rather go bake a cake than follow the Most High Yah.
Dang.
Huh? Yeah, men, grown men, manly men. I'm talking about manly men, not effeminates. Manly men rather go bake a cake than follow the Most High Yah. Exactly. You don't like baking cake. That's the point. I'd rather do that than follow them. That's where we at in the world with the service to God. I'm just saying. Point is, we got to do better. See, this kind of stuff hit hard, don't it?
It does.
Nobody like to realize this type of. You don't like to realize why you talking like that. You judgmental. No, I'm not.
Time to step it up.
Exactly. We don't have. You act like we got.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Ain't no playtime.
How old are you? Might not even live the next 30 years.
Might not make it to tomorrow.
Exactly with how it's going out here. It's open season on Israel.
Yes, sir.
What verse? Go ahead.
21 again. Not everyone that saith unto me, Adonai, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of Shamaim.
Look at that. Some people start the work, start the mission, and they
Yeah.
fall off.
Yeah.
Some people put their hand to the plow and they turn back.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people be called and never answer the call.
Right.
I got something. I get to that when I get to it. Guess
Yeah.
what? You end up dying before you get to it.
Yeah.
So just because you say Lord, Lord, just because you know who he is, that don't mean you serve him.
Right.
You got to turn from that wickedness. The things that keep you dead is sin.
Yes, sir. Trespass.
Trespassing against them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in Shamaim.
That's why he told that other disciple, go preach the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
That was the will of God for him in his life. Don't worry about them. I'm trying to get you into the kingdom. Do the will of God.
Right.
Because not everybody that say to me, Lord, Lord, is going to enter into the kingdom.
Right.
But the one that do it the will.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
22. Many will say to me in that day.
Just a few.
Many will say to me in that day.
What they going to say?
Adonai, Adonai.
Yes, sir.
Have we not prophesied in thy name?
Man, we done prophesied in your name.
And in thy name have cast out devils?
How you dead? And you prophesying in his name. And you casting out devils.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
But, go ahead.
And then will I profess unto them.
So just imagine that. Because line yourself up with this scripture.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I cast out devils. Hypothetically speaking, saying you did.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I prophesied in his name. So I'm doing good stuff.
Right.
How is it that I will be considered still dead or not able to get into the kingdom?
Hypocrite or inconsistent.
Let's see what he's going to say.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Wow. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You called on my name.
Mm-hmm.
You prophesied on my name. You cast out there. You did many wonderful works.
Right.
But at the same time, you never stopped committing iniquity.
Right.
You never stopped sinning.
Lukewarm.
Exactly.
Straddling the fence.
He said, my sheep know my voice. They follow me. You never really follow me. That's how he can say, I never.
Knew you.
What you
Man.
mean? We did this and that and that and this. I ain't know you. I called. You had something else to do.
Right.
Something was more important to you. It was boring for you to learn about me. So you never was able to be born again. You never was able to be resurrected from that grave that you was in. Because no doubt you was dead through sin and trespass. He called it here what? Workers of iniquity. Right? Romans the 6th chapter, verse 23. We hate when you get on this kind of stuff.
So we need.
What I tell you?
Romans 6 and 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Know ye not that so many of us were baptized into Yeshua HaMashiach, were baptized into his death? Therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death. That like as Hamashiach.
No, where you, 6 and 23.
You said 6 and 23?
23.
6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Elohim is the eternal life through Yeshua HaMashiach, our Adonai.
Got to go through the door. He said, I've come that they might have life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He said, but the wages of sin is death. That's how they can come and knock and say, I never knew you.
Right.
You never stopped sinning.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah the 59th chapter. Everybody think they all right, though. See, we think we can sin a little. Ain't no salvation in sinning. We think we can sin a little bit. God still loves us.
Go and sin no more.
Yeah. No matter what I do. See, we think we got a special place.
Right.
He say he no respecter of persons.
Right.
And yet and still, you better ask Moses.
Man.
Huh? Moses did one thing and he was provoked.
Man.
David did one thing. The sword never left his house. In the New Testament, he said, let this stuff not once be named among you as becoming saints. You been born again? Let these dark words not once be named among you. We confused. We got a weak and watery gospel.
Yes, sir.
I know you're going to fall down. Where is that at? 59:1.
Behold,
you
Yahuwah's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
Ain't nothing wrong. You praying and praying, ain't nothing happening. Huh? You fasting and praying and weeping, ain't nothing shaking. He must can't hear me. He really ain't got the power. This in your mind. Ain't nothing happened. I've been praying. It ain't me. Go ahead.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your Elohim. And your sins have hid his face from you, that he would not hear.
You see that? Do you know what it means when his face is hidden from you?
Yeah,
He said, because of your iniquities, your sins and transgressions, they've separated us. When you separated from God, you're considered dead while you living. What's the what's the opposite of separation? Cleave, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. Deuteronomy 30. Nobody want to take this type of realization. We want to do? Blame somebody else.
Right.
Or you could do like he said, the heart is deceitful above everything. Deceive yourself. I'm good. Did the scripture say that, or did you say that? Verse 16. We're going to 16 through 20. He said, your sins have separated you. Separation is death. Look, when Cain sinned against God, what did he say? He hid his face from Cain. Cain was alive, but in the eyes of the Most High, he died.
Dead. Yep.
All right. Separation from the Most High is death. When Adam sinned in the garden, he had free access. Right? He used to come daily. But when Adam sinned in the garden, Adam still was alive, but Adam was considered dead. He was expelled from the presence of God, and protection was set up by the Most High so that he don't come back freely.
Right.
So Adam was considered dead too at a point. So you saying Adam ain't gonna make it?
On your head.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the Bible is showing us how you can be dead while you're living.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that's to be separated from the Most High. That is death. All right? That means you got another God. You know what it is. Go ahead.
16. And that I command thee this day to love Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Look at that.
To walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
That you may what?
That thou mayest live and multiply. And Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bless thee in thy land, whither thou goest to possess it.
Yeah, because he can hear your prayer. Because he's not separated from you.
Right.
Because you're walking in his ways.
Right.
He didn't hide his face. He listened and he responded unto your cry. Go ahead.
17, but if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear.
So your heart is what? Your mind? If you have a change of heart, you seen the TV show.
Right.
You wanted to pick that one, but you changed your mind.
Yeah.
Right? If you have a change of heart, go ahead.
But if thine heart turn away, so that thou shalt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and
Yes.
serve them,
Serve. This
I
way-
I
Look.
denounce unto you this day.
serve other gods, or let me say it like this: serve sin.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You serve other gods. If you serve sin,
Mm-hmm.
you serve other gods. All right? We're going to show you. Go ahead.
18.
Yes, sir.
I denounce unto you this day
I swear.
that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whether thou goest to pass it over Jordan to go possess it.
Yes.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you,
What you talking about?
that I have set before you life and death,
Look.
blessing and curse.
I said before you life, and I said before you death. And he compared them to what? Blessing and curse.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and read.
Therefore choose life,
And
that both thou and thy seed may live.
see that? The choice is yours. You got to choose. Make up your mind.
Right.
Right? Stop. Hey, look, he didn't say choose life and death.
Right.
I just gonna sit in the middle.
Right.
Right? Whichever one you like that day you wake up, that's what you roll with. No. This is what he talk about when your eye is single, right? When you singularly focused,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't choose life and death. No man
Right.
can serve two masters. See what people want to place blame on everybody else.
Self-accountability.
Go ahead.
20. That thou mayest love Yahuwah thy Elohim, and that thou mayest obey his voice.
Look at that. I just got a question. Let me ask this. Where the love for God at? Where the love? He just want the love. Huh? Where the love at? Man, go ahead and read.
And that thou may obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him.
Did you make what?
That thou mayest cleave
If you
unto
cleave
him.
what is that?
For he is thy life.
He is what?
Thy life
So if you separated from him,
is death. That's deep.
that's that.
Mm-hmm.
He is your life. Choose life and live. Go ahead.
In the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahuwah sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
That's right. Romans 6 chapter again. You know why we perishing? We ain't concerned with learning about the Most High. We ain't concerned with loving Him. We get knowledge of everything. We serve everything else. One little thing happened to you. I'm done with this God stuff. I'll pick it up next week. Oh, yeah? How is that cleaving? I'm confused. Oh,
No
you know how we deal with God? Social distancing. Oh, my goodness. Social distance, most of y'all can't handle it. Right? I'm just telling the truth. That's the only reason y'all come here, 'cause I tell the truth. Verse 16.
Romans 6 and 16. Know ye not to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey?
Look at this. Don't you know whom you yield? You got to give yourself
That's right.
over.
Mm-hmm.
One time, it was one of the wicked kings. Just pick one. But I think it was Elijah that was rebuking. It might have been Ahaz. He said, have you found me, my enemy? Right? He said, you trouble it all Israel. He said, no, I don't trouble Israel. You and your father's house trouble Israel because you done sold yourself to do evil. Right? So that means you've given yourself over
Right.
to that. Go ahead. Hang on.
Know ye not that whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey? His servants ye are to whom ye obey,
Look at
whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
So you see that? Sin unto death once again. You alive, but you're full of sin. You're serving sin. It's going to lead to death. The Most High just gonna call you dead while you living.
Right.
That's why, don't be concerned with the bad company.
Corrupt good manners.
Corrupt good manners.
Mm-hmm.
You don't work hard to get off from under that sin. Let the dead bury the dead. You come follow me. Go preach the kingdom. All right? He said, no, you're not. Whoever you yield yourself servants to obey, that's who servants you are. Go ahead.
But Elohim be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered to you.
The gospel.
Mm-hmm.
You've obeyed from the heart. Right? Go ahead.
Being then made free from sin, ye became the servants of righteousness.
Look at that. Ain't no fence straddling. If you're free from sin, you become the servant of what? Righteousness.
Uh-huh.
And it works the opposite way too. Go ahead.
I speak after the manner of men because of the infirmity of your flesh.
Yes.
For as ye have yielded your members servants to your uncleanness.
So that's workers of iniquity, which is what you were before you heard the gospel.
Right.
You was dead
Once,
in your sin and your transgression.
Right.
But once you obeyed that form of doctrine, that gospel,
You've been quickened.
that's how you was made alive, through Christ. He the one paid the price. So you a servant.
Mm-hmm.
You got a master. You have to be bought or redeemed. Word, go ahead.
For middle 19, for as ye have yielded your members servants to uncleanness and to iniquity unto iniquity.
So is that the truth? Go ahead, just think about your life times past. Did you not yield your members, servants, slaves, to sin upon sin? Every day you wake up with sin on your brain.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
You really gonna hit that fire. If you die like that, right? That's why he call them dead. You ain't bringing forth no fruit to righteousness. I don't even know you.
Right.
You're not my servant. You the servant of Hasatan. So don't come to me trying to get in my spot.
Right.
I'm going to reply, I never knew you. With the worker of iniquity. Go ahead.
Even so now yield your members servants to righteousness and to holiness.
You got a choice. So just like you worked sin on top of sin, give yourself over unto righteousness.
With that same
right?
energy.
With that same energy. That's what we don't do. We come, we get washed, we get cleaned up, right? You get lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You get lazy in your walk. You get lazy in your ministry. You get lazy in your service. You get lazy in your dedication to the Most High. And you still at the same time asking him for blessing, asking him for life, asking him for air, water, food, clothing, strength, sound mind, disease, to be healed from diseases. What? What if he get lazy?
Man.
When it come to you. See, we don't think about that. See, the Most High say, you forsake me, I'll forsake you. People think the Most High with them at the strip club. I'm just saying, they think he with them, despite whatever it is they do. He not with you, whatever you do.
Yep.
As long as you walking in righteousness, he with you.
At the football game on Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. Scored a touchdown on the Sabbath. Praise the most. Nah, boy, go sit down.
Right.
We can't be that ignorant, though. I'm just saying. Scored 30 points on the championship game on the Shabbat. Okay, that was to your other God, though.
Man.
That service you did to your other God. Because that same Saturday that you scored them 30 points, you could have chose life.
Yeah.
You could have got up and kept Shabbat holy.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't yield your member over to serve the Most High. You yield your member over to serve your lust, your desire, right, of the flesh, which caused you to be dead while you living. Even though you rich and you having fun and it's funny, right? But you don't have no knowledge of God. And guess what he say in return? I don't have no knowledge of you.
Yeah.
I never knew you. Go sit down. See, we all part of the creation, but we ain't the children of God.
Nah.
I'm going to get off this. Go ahead.
20.
Yeah.
When ye were the servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness.
You see that? You was righteous while you was sinning.
Yeah.
You had salvation in your sin.
Nah.
What you say? I'm confused.
For when ye were the servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness.
I'm confused because how we living. That's why I'm confused. I need a shirt. It's going to say I'm confused. I'm confused because of what's coming out our mouth is not matching up.
That's right.
Right, to what we say.
Right.
I mean, to our lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
The works is not matching the words. WNW. WKW. Words not matching. I'm just throwing slogans out there. I'm going to get one good one in a minute. I keep on going. Thank you.
WNM.
Yeah.
Words not matching.
I didn't want to make it too long like WQTB. That's why I didn't want to do nothing like that. I'm just saying, let's keep going.
Yeah. All right, 21.
I didn't want to do nothing like that.
What fruit had ye?
It's too close.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You can't use no letters. No more acronyms.
No alphabet. Yeah, no acronyms. No.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
21. What fruit had ye then in those things whereof ye are now ashamed?
Look, the Most High, what he tell you about if a tree don't produce fruit? He's going into the fire. So he said, while you serving of sin, you committing sin and giving your members over. What fruit did you have?
None. Right.
To righteousness. So this is why he can say, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't produce any fruit.
Right.
Come on.
For the end of those things is death.
That's Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But you living. And you happy. Blessed by the best. I'm just saying.
Right.
We confused. Go ahead.
22. But now being made free from sin and become servants to Elohim, ye have your fruits unto holiness.
So you see how you got. Listen, that's powerful. What verse was that?
22.
Okay, so he said, therefore, that was 22 or 21?
22.
Okay, read again.
But now being made free from sin.
Now being made free from sin, what happened?
And become servants to Elohim.
That's all. You got to be free from sin first. Before you can be the servant.
Mm-hmm. Ye have your fruit unto holiness, and the end everlasting life.
That's the goal. How much money do it take to get there?
None.
Huh?
None.
We trying to buy it. I don't know. Hosea the 4th chapter. Oh, you know what? We'll get that in a minute. Go on over to the 7th chapter, Romans, while we here. Serving of sin. You're serving of sin or you're serving unto holiness and righteousness. There's only two choices he gave us in the 6th chapter. The only thing is, keep reiterating it. In both instances, you're living. You're alive and well. But maybe not well, but you're alive. You got to make a choice. If you serve in sin, you're going to produce fruit under sin. If you serve in the Most High, you're going to produce fruit unto holiness.
Yes, sir.
All right, so when you are serving a sin, you dead while you're alive. Is that what he just said?
Yes, sir.
And this is how it look. This is how you can recognize it. Because just like the Most High told Cain, he said, if you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you don't do well, sin lied at the door. The only thing about sin is once it grab a hold of you, it's hard for you to overcome it. You become a servant to it because you yielded yourself to it. So now it starts to dominate your life. So you can know the right thing to do. But you can't perform this right. You're too busy doing what's wrong. That's what the man finna say. Romans 7 chapter verse 14. Go ahead.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
You see that? That's the truth. Carnal mind is not enmity to the law of God. It's not subject to the law of God. It can't be. Because the law is this. We jump up to verse 12. Hearken to the scripture.
Wherefore the law is Kodesh, and the commandments Kodesh, and just and good.
Mm-hmm. And he said, and it's spiritual. He said, but you, the carnal man, the regular man, he said, I'm carnal. And when you carnal, You sold under, what you mean carnal? You got something else you like more than the Most High.
Right.
You love more than the Most
You
High.
got your idol.
I love playing sports
Poker.
on the Shabbat.
Mm.
I love being a whoremonger. It's fun. I love being an adulterer. I love murdering these dudes out here. Being a murderer. That's how I get my reputation. But you know, I love this sinful lifestyle. That means you become a slave to it. We ain't gonna use servant. We're gonna say slave.
Yes, sir.
Unsugar-coated.
Man.
Slave to sin. Go ahead.
15. For that which I do allow not, for that I would.
So he said, read it slow for me.
For that which I do, I allow not.
Yeah, the stuff that I do, I really don't want to do it. Go ahead.
What I would, that do I not.
What I want to do, that's what I don't do.
But what I hate, that do I.
What you mean? He said what he hate, that's what he ended up doing.
It's a battle.
So it seems like he don't have any freedom. How you doing something you hate? You captive. You held taken captive by it. Yeah. Go ahead.
16. If then I do that which I would not,
So so it's true that I do that which I don't want to do.
I consent unto the law that is
I
good.
agree that the law is good by doing this, that I know not to be good. So in other words, I know the right thing to do, but I don't do it. Prime example. I know Saturday the Sabbath. That's why you don't keep it. Man, we go to church on Sunday. Christ rose. If you say so. You know the right thing to do. Just because everybody else doing it, it's a tradition. It's popular. It's more fun. It makes more money. Oh. Huh? Yeah. Look at the stuff we put the Most High down for. See, it's dangerous for us. Because we call ourselves the disciple. You call yourself, don't put your hand to the plow.
Right.
How you looking back? See, I can't let you make it. How you going to be fit for the kingdom? Now you know, he don't go against his word. He already told you. Any man don't put his hand to the plow. You done started that work.
He's not fit for the
All of
kingdom
a sudden
of
you
the Most
done,
High.
all of a sudden you done turn back. You what? What you say?
They're not fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
That's Bible. See, we be doing a lot of deceiving ourselves.
Yes, sir.
The Bible called that walking in the imagination of your own heart.
Wow.
The sons of God is led by the Spirit of God. That's the word. His disciples, he say, if you continue in my word, then you my disciple. You're not automatically my disciple. You got to continue therein.
That's right.
Right? Because we're going to see some started the work.
Right.
Started the mission. So it's like two things. We find out how you dead while you alive. And you're not fit for the kingdom if you start the work and then put your hand turned back. All right, go ahead.
17.
Because you know what? He said the last end of that man is going to be worse than the first.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'm going to quit interrupting.
17. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
What does that mean, y'all? I know the right thing to do, but I don't do it.
Reprobate.
I just don't have the power to do it.
Just don't have the strength.
So he's saying it ain't me that do it. It's definitely you. It's there. Don't think you got an out of body experience. No, that's a lie. It's you most definitely. The only thing with what he's telling you is sin that dwelleth in you, meaning sin that's reigning in your mortal body that's causing you to do these things. That's why you don't have the power to serve righteousness, because sin has dominion over you. Sin is ruling and reigning in your life. And even if you want to overcome, you don't have the power. So you need somebody to buy you back or redeem you from the power of the grave. And that's what Messiah came to do. That's why he say, follow me. I am the life. I'm coming that you might have life and life more abundant. You don't have to be a servant to sin. You can cleave to the Most High while you living. I'm coming to resurrect you. Right? How are you going to be resurrected?
The word.
Got to have his spirit. Got to have his spirit. Got to keep the word. Got to have the faith. Go ahead.
18, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
Yes.
For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not.
Look, the flesh is weak. He said, the will is present with me. I want to do it. I just can't. I don't have the power. This is the danger of serving sin. You know what the Bible say. You just don't have the strength to perform.
Yes, sir.
It's because sin is reigning in your mortal body, causing you to be dead while you're alive. You captive to it. You need to be liberated. Go ahead.
19, for the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do.
Look, it said the good that I would do, that's what I end up not doing. But the evil that I don't want to do, that's what I be doing.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Go ahead.
20, now if I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
So he's admitting, this is how you could tell if sin is ruling and reigning. You don't even have the power to overcome it. Go ahead.
21, I find then a law, that when I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of Elohim after the inward man.
Look, he said, I want to do good, but I just can't seem to find the strength. I said, man, it's like a law. I would do good, but evil is always there. I mean, the evil is leading me, guiding me, controlling me, manipulating me, right? Enticing me, deceiving me. That's the danger of falling victim to sin. It'll kill you while you're living. Go ahead.
23, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
That's right. Whatever you think, that's what you're going to do. Once you got it in your mind, it's coming after your members.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Look, he said, so all of this stuff we've been reading, he come to the conclusion, man, I'm wretched. He understands he's dead while he's living. He understands he needs to be delivered.
Yes, sir.
He understands he don't have power to do it on his own.
Okay.
He's taken captive by this.
Right.
So he asked the question, who gonna deliver me from this body of sin? Go ahead.
25.
No, he said from this body of what? Death. That's what sin lead to. What they say?
25, I thank Elohim through Yeshua HaMashiach our Adonai.
That's why he told them to follow me. I am come that you might have life.
Right.
He the one that's going to deliver you. Go ahead.
So then with the mind I myself serve the law of Elohim, but
Yeah.
with the flesh of the law
So
of
where's
sin.
the battle? In your mind.
Yes, sir.
Christ going to deliver me from this law. He said, I myself, I serve what? In my
Serve
mind.
the law of Elohim, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
So if you operate in the flesh, that's what you serve, the law of sin. That's carnal. That's dead while you're alive. That's dead while you're alive. Okay, let's go. Excuse me. Let's go to, hold on. Matthew the 12th chapter. Excuse me. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to play with this stuff. Verse 22.
Then was brought unto him one possessed with the devil, blind and dumb. And he healed him, insomuch that the blind and the dumb both spake and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, Is not this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it,
How would they know that? The law and the prophets testifying about him. Some of the stuff that he was going to do. He said he healed the dumb and the blind. Go ahead. He took on their infirmities. Go ahead.
24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils.
So they know blind and dumb, it's like being possessed, right? He said he don't do it, but by the spirit of the devil. We're going to find out how he does it. Go ahead.
And Yeshua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against himself is brought to desolation.
That's
and
right.
every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
That's right. Go ahead.
And if Shaitan has cast out Shaitan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Oh, that's what he's saying. Satan don't cast out himself.
Right.
He going to bring some more with him.
Right.
He ain't finna cast himself out. He ain't divided against himself.
Right. Friendly
He
fire.
already dominating you and ruling in your body. He going to cast himself out.
Right.
You already a sheep. I'm going to stop letting you be my sheep. Not at all. But watch what he said.
27. And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges.
Look at that. They believe. Go ahead and read.
But if I cast out devils by the spirit of Elohim, then the kingdom of Elohim is come unto you.
And they didn't recognize that. He's telling them, I cast out demons by the spirit of God. Huh? Not the spirit of Satan. Satan don't cast out Satan. Watch what he say next. Go ahead.
29. Or else how can one enter into the strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house?
See, what we was reading, you didn't have possession of your own body. That's how it is when Satan has bound you. See, Satan's stronger than you.
Yeah.
He the strong man. How you going to get him out? You got to have one that's stronger than the strong man. That's Yeshua. That's why he said, I cast out devils by the Spirit of God. That's how I get them out of there. Go ahead. See, that's why you can't get him out, because you're walking in the flesh. He got you bound. He's stronger than you. You need to be freed. How are you going to do it? Spirit of God. Got to have it. That's what he came. To raise the dead. What else?
30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
You ain't with me. He said, you against me. You ain't helping me gather in. He said, you scattering abroad. Let's go to back to Matthew the 8th chapter right quick. Pick it up at verse 14.
14.
He came and set the captives free. You there?
And when Yeshua was coming to Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose and ministered unto them. When the even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils, and he cast out the spirits with his word and healed all that were sick.
He said he cast them out with his word.
What did the other scripture And he cast out the spirits with his word and healed all that were sick.
Test. And how did he say he cast? What did he say he cast them out within the 12th chapter? By the Spirit of God.
By the spirit of Elohim.
Yeah. And now what he's saying? He
Cast out with the spirits, cast out the spirits with his word and healed all that were sick. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah, the prophet, saying, himself took our infirmities and bare our sickness.
Let's see where it said that at. 53rd chapter, Isaiah. He said by himself. So those are signs too. Them people was he said possessed by devils, sick, bound by Satan. He freed the one daughter of Abraham. He said, shall I not do it just because it's on the Sabbath? Satan done had her bound up for 18 years, being a daughter of Abraham. So he said he come that you might have life and life more abundantly. Resurrected from the dead and free from them infirmities. That's life abundantly. He got to free you. Paul said, who going to free me from this body of death? 53:1.
Who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed. For he shall.
Is he talking about his actual arm?
No.
Talking about an extension of himself, his right hand, his firstborn.
A servant.
Yes. The son, in
Yes,
other
sir.
words. Right? Go ahead.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant.
Look, and he's saying, look at the question he's asking. Who is he revealed to? Who going to recognize him when he come in the flesh? He said, he shall grow up as a tender plant.
And as a root out of a dry ground.
As a root out of a... Now, do the roots grow up out of a dry ground? So this dry ground is Israel. Remember, he said, let the dead bury the dead.
Right.
Everybody was dead. Same like. He come that they might have life. Dry ground. All the people. Let the dead bury the dead. Who is the arm of the Lord revealed to? He going to grow up like a tender plant, even though everybody else is dried up. He going to have life. Go ahead.
He have no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief.
Look at that.
And we hid as if it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Yes.
Surely he had borne our griefs.
This is what the scripture in Matthew was saying. Surely he had borne our griefs.
And carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken and smitten of Elohim and afflicted.
This is what he was quoting. He said he's doing this that it might be fulfilled. That was written by the prophet. So when he came to his own, they was dead. He come to give them life. Even though they was living, they was considered dead. Or dried up, a dry ground.
Right.
Or dry bones. Ezekiel 37. Verse 1. Ezekiel 37, verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
The hand of Yahuwah was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of Yahuwah, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them around about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Just like that dry ground.
Yes, sir.
The whole ground was dry.
The whole
except
ground.
for maybe a little spot where this little branch can root up. Yeah, it's the same thing right here.
And he
It was
said,
a lot of dry bones. He said that they was very dry.
and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
That's the question. It's just like when Paul said in Romans 7, who shall deliver me from this body of death? Can these dry bones live? What you mean?
And I answered, O Yahuwah Elohim, thou knowest.
That's the best thing. I don't know. You know it, Lord.
Right.
Go ahead. The answer's with you.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the debar of Yahuwah.
What? Hear the what?
Hear the word of Yahuwah.
What's that going to do?
Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim
Isn't-
unto these bones.
Isn't that how he said he cast out them devils?
Yeah.
By the word?
Mm-hmm.
By the spirit of the Most High? He said prophesy to them. Tell them, hear the word of Yahuwah. And what?
Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring upon flesh upon you.
He said, I'm going to cause breath.
Spirit.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Breath could be synonymous with what? The spirit.
Spirit. Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm going to cause it to enter into you. This is going to be the way by which you're going to live.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Go ahead.
And ye shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring upon flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahuwah.
See, when I do this, when I perform this task, you're going to know that it's me. Go ahead.
So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, shaking, and the bones came together, bone and his bone. And when I beheld lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, and there was no breath in them. Then said he unto
So they
me,
didn't have life in themselves, right?
No, they didn't.
Go ahead. He said there was no breath in them.
9. Then he said unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say unto the wind, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me,
What?
Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost.
Yes.
We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, Behold,
He said these dry bones are who?
Israel.
The whole house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he can come in the flesh and say, man, let them dead bury them dead.
Right,
It was lacking the spirit.
right.
You follow me. Say, I'm going to pour my spirit out upon you. And then that's how you're going to live. And he said, when he did, he said, what a great army stood up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. He said, this is what the dry bones say.
12. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel.
Back up to the 36th chapter. I didn't want that last verse. Cool. (24 through 29). Spirit. Gotta get the spirit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean.
What's that clean water?
That word.
All right. So I'm gonna sprinkle the word on you. And that's how you gonna be clean, right? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. From all your filthiness and from all your idols.
See, that's
will
because that's how you dead.
Yeah.
Through the filthiness and through the idols, idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Will I cleanse you?
Mm-hmm.
A new heart also will I give you, and a new ruach will I put within you.
Look at that. See, I'm gonna give you a new heart, and I'm gonna give you a new spirit.
And I will take away the stony heart of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh.
So what he's saying, basically, long story
He's going
short,
to make them alive
yeah,
through the Spirit.
which you got to have under the new covenant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make a new covenant. Go ahead.
And I will put my ruach within you and cause you to walk in my statutes. And ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
That's how you're going to live. That's how you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
Once I give you this new spirit, why do you need a new spirit? And a new heart? Because you're dead. I got to resurrect you. When he resurrected Adam from the ground, what did he do? Blow into him.
Yep, gave him the Spirit.
He gave him the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Or the breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he living. So now under this new covenant, I'm going to give you a new heart and a new spirit, which is going to cause you to live. I'm going to take away that old stony heart and give you a heart of flesh. He said, I'm going to put my spirit within you. You finished verse
28.
27? No, verse 27 again, I missed it.
27. And I will put my ruach within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I...
Let's go to 2 Corinthians 3. This is what Yeshua came for. And preaching the gospel about Yeshua, it's going to cause the people to have a new heart and a new mind. Once you get that spirit, you want to walk in his commandments, his laws, and statutes.
Okay.
Three and 1.
2 Corinthians 3:1. Do we begin again to commend ourselves? Or need we, as some others, epistles of commendation to you, or letters of commendation from you? Ye are our epistle, written in our hearts, known and read of all men.
What's that, man? This is what he was talking about in Ezekiel 36. I'm going to take away that heart of stone and give you one of flesh. He said, you are epistles. You walking, you living epistles. It's evidence that the Spirit of God is within you. Go ahead.
3, for as much as ye are manifestly declared to be the epistle of Hamashiach, ministered by us.
Of who?
The epistle of Hamashiach, or the Messiah.
That's right. That's the one that's going to make you alive.
Ministered by us.
Yes.
Written not with ink,
Not with ink.
but with the ruach of the living Elohim.
That's right. Not in tables of stone.
Not in tables of stone, but in the fleshly tables of the heart.
That's what he was talking about in Ezekiel. Go ahead.
And such trust have we through Hamashiach to Godward. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of Elohim.
Go ahead, one more.
Who also had made us able ministers of the New Testament.
He made us able ministers of what?
The New Testament.
I think Paul confused. Now, because brothers still walking around talking about we ain't under this 2,000 years ago. This man talking about I'm an able minister of the New Testament. Brothers still talking about we ain't under it. You done accepted the blood of the Mashiach, and you got and you under the first covenant when Aaron's sons is your high priest. Under the first covenant, you can't take that blood of Messiah. He from the tribe of Judah. The law tells you that the sons of Levi is only one who's sufficient enough to offer the sacrifices of God. Mashiach can't do it. Not under the old covenant. That's why I gotta make a new one and put a new spirit in you and a new heart to resurrect you. I can't do it under that first one. It's law. King Uzziah, after the tribe of Judah, just like Christ. He went into the temple. He king of the whole Jerusalem. He went into the temple, tried to offer sacrifices. The priest rebuked him. He said, you can't do this. This ain't good for you to do.
Right.
So he had the same tribe as Christ, Judah. You know what he said? He got mad. The Most High smote him with leprosy. He lost his kingship that day. He's showing us, according to the law, the only one that can make an atonement under the first covenant is the sons of Aaron. Because those are who are ordained to be the high priest. Now, the old one is enforced as long as the temple is standing. Once we knock down that temple, it's evident that we have a new covenant with a new high priest, right? Which under this one, you have to have the Spirit in order to be made alive. So you have to have knowledge of God under this one. It ain't no just because you bloodline. You got to learn of him, be taught of him. You got to have the same spirit. It's a marriage. How can two walk together except we agree? So you ain't doing that fleshly stuff no more. That was under that's the first one. You got to get the spirit. And if you got the spirit, what do he say? I'm going to cause you to walk in my statutes and commandments. So in other words, I'm resurrecting you. Mm-hmm. This is why I came. I'm trying to give you life. I just got to make a new covenant, a new agreement with you. All right? Complicated, but it's simple. All right, what verse we at?
6.
Yeah, that's good. Back up to John, 5th chapter. Christ can't be your atonement under that first covenant. He can't do it. It can't be. It's against the law. It's against the law. I'll tell you what verse.
No.
Okay. Verse 22 or 21.
For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will.
Do you see what he did? Quickening mean to be what?
Made alive.
That's right. And how are people dead? Through sin and trespass.
Yes, sir.
So he's come to resurrect you. And when he's going to resurrect you, got to give you a spirit, breath. Right? He got to blow on you. And what's they going to cause you to do? Walk in his commandments and the statutes and the judgment.
Right.
In other words, you a new living epistle,
right.
like he was saying. Right? He said, but the Father gave him this power. Look what happened. Go ahead.
For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son.
It's dangerous for some people, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which hath sent him.
So he came on his own accord?
No, he came on his Father's.
The Father sent him, didn't he? Right,
yes,
go
sir.
ahead.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him hath sent me.
That's that water. They're going to pour on you that clean water. They're going to sprinkle on you. That's the word. But look what he's saying. Truly, truly, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believe it. You got to believe. Can't only just hear it, be a hearer of the word only. What happened?
And believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Elohim, and they that hear shall live. For as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself.
That's right. That's why he can say, follow me.
Right.
I have come that you might have life. He said, just like the Father got life in himself, he gave the Son his same power to have life within himself. Go ahead.
And have given him authority to execute judgment also.
Why?
Because he is the Son of Man.
Because he walked his walk. All right, go ahead.
Marvel not at this.
What you mean?
For the hour is coming in which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, that they have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation.
They that have done good, just like what he told Cain. If you do good, you'll be accepted. He said, those to the resurrection of life. But you got to hear the word and you got to obey it. It's only the Son that's going to free you and resurrect you, give you that, free you from that sin, that transgression. John 8 chapter. Go to the 8th chapter. Pick up at verse 30. Go ahead.
As he spake these words, many believed on him.
That's the key. Yes.
Then said Yeshua to those Jews which believed on him.
What'd he say? Because everybody ain't going to believe.
Right.
What'd he say to the ones that believe?
If ye continue
Yes.
in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
That's the truth. We right back to where we started.
Yep.
Follow me. My sheep know my voice. They follow me. No man that start the work and put his hand back is fit.
For the Father's kingdom.
Exactly. Go ahead.
32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
What's going to make you free?
The truth.
Free from what? Go ahead. Let's find out.
They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and we're never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free?
What did he say?
Yeshua answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth forever.
Yes.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed.
So what they serving to?
Sin.
And you know how they look.
Yeah.
Can't get loose. Who got to make you free from that? The Son.
The Son.
Only thing about being a servant, he said he don't abide in the house forever. Meaning he got to die, be destroyed. 6th chapter of John. He said, if you continue in my word, you my disciple. Verse 60. Go ahead.
Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, this is a harsh saying. Who can hear it?
Because he was telling them about eating his flesh and drinking his blood. They like, man, what are you talking about?
Weirdo.
Go ahead. Yeah.
61. When Yeshua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, doth this offend you? What, and if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? So let me get that again. What, and if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the Ruach that quickeneth.
So what quickeneth?
The Spirit.
That's it. So if you don't have it,
You dead.
like Romans 8 chapter, he said, you none of his.
Yeah.
That means you still a servant of sin. You're not his disciple, his follower. Right? Go ahead.
It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Is it the words that they what?
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Go ahead.
But there are some of you that believe not. For Yeshua knew that from the beginning who they were and that believe not and who should betray him.
That's right. He said some of y'all don't believe.
Right.
He already knew who they were. Go ahead.
And he said, therefore I said unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father.
That's why I said that to you. I'm weaving y'all out. Go ahead.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
So they didn't continue.
Right.
Here's the what? Disciples.
Yep. His disciples went back and walked no more with him.
So from that time forward, many of his followers went back. So that means they started, put their hand to the plow,
Right.
but you
Turn
didn't endure
back.
to the end.
So they ain't fit for the
You
kingdom.
ain't fit for the kingdom. So you know what's going to happen? They're going to have to bury the dead. Go ahead.
Then said Yeshua unto the 12, will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered and said, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. And we believe and are sure that thou art Hamashiach, the Son of the living Elohim.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
He said, you got what to eternal life?
You have the words, the debarim of eternal life. And we believe and are sure that thou art Hamashiach, the son of the living Elohim. Yeshua answered them, have not I chosen you 12?
Look at that.
12. And one of you is the devil. He spake of Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon.
He know he chose. Simon had the same opportunity, though.
Yeah.
He heard the word. He was there. He was putting his hand to the plow. But you know what he did? Turned back to that thievery.
His idol.
Yes. 1 John 2. It's dangerous for us. You got many toys and joys in this world. You got many temptations.
1 John
You
what?
got many desires. 1 John 2. Let the dead bury the dead. Verse 15. Go ahead.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
That's right. Go ahead.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
See, these are things people go after that keep them dead.
Distractions.
Yes. And the word is the only thing that can set you free from this thing.
Right.
Obedience to the word. And you can get a new spirit. You can walk like him. Go ahead.
17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
Yes.
But he that doeth the will of Elohim abideth forever.
He that doeth the will of Elohim abideth forever. Go ahead.
Little children, it is the last time, and little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists.
Let's look at that. How can we tell?
Well, boy, we know that it is the last time.
Yeah.
They went out from us, but they were not of us.
Look at that. Watch what he's finna say.
But
Remember, any man putting his hand to the plow and turn back,
It's
he's not fit.
Yeah, for the kingdom
He said
of
there's many
Elohim.
spirits of Antichrist.
Yeah,
Anti is against, right?
yep.
Look what he said. But they went out from us,
But they were not of us.
but they were not of us.
For if they had been of us,
So all them disciples, they heard the word and got offended.
yeah.
If they were of us,
For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
that's the truth. That's how you can tell. He talked to him also about a great falling away.
Yeah.
I'm warning you. If you his disciple, it's no doubt. Hail, rain, sleet, snow.
You about that work.
You gonna continue. You're not gonna put your hand to the plow and turn back. Go ahead and finish that.
Bottom of 19. But they went out, that they might be made manifest, that they were not all of us.
You heard that? It might be made known. Because they was in the midst looking like wheat. But when the metal hit the road,
The rubber hit the road.
yeah. Hey, listen.
Nah,
That's right. When the rubber hit the road, when it came down to it,
I'm your armor bearer.
appreciate it. When it came down to it, they fell off. Really, they went after what was really in their heart.
Right.
And that's the danger. See, you got to be aware of what you live in every day. Come down to the Shabbat, you good. What about every day after that, though?
Right. Consistency.
Yes. But like I said, if you don't get it in your heart, you don't give it up.
Right.
If you was always that, they would no doubt have continued.
Right.
But they went out that they might be made manifest, that they were not all.
of us.
Right. That's tight. But it's right. Matthew 24. Matthew 24, 12 and 13.
Matthew 24 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
See that? Iniquity is always the downfall, the cause. He said, but the ones that endure to the end,
Shall be saved.
Romans 8. Verse 9, and then we're going to drop down.
Romans 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Ruach.
Mm-hmm.
If so be that the Ruach of Elohim dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Ruach of Hamashiach,
So he said, what he's saying is if the spirit of the Most High is in you, then you not walking according to the flesh.
right.
You're walking after the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Now,
And now, what happened?
now if any man have not the Ruach or the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his.
You're not here. You got to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
10. And if Hamashiach be in you,
What happened?
the body is dead because of sin, but the Ruach is life because of righteousness.
Right, the body, the old flesh,
Yes,
the
sir.
carnal. Man, in the carnal lust and desire, you died to that.
Right,
You mortified
right.
those affections and lusts. Right? He said, but you live into the spirit now. The spirit is life because of what? Righteousness.
Because of righteousness.
That's it. Drop down a bit. 28.
28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Elohim, to them who are the called according to his purpose.
Right.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did.
Now drop down to verse 35.
35. Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress?
Look, these are
Oh.
things people go through in life.
And it shake them off the path.
Yeah. The goal is what? To continue.
Yeah, endure to the end.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And now the man is finna let you know something. He finna let you know, I'm convinced that once you sold out, ain't nothing can deter you.
and, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
35. Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword?
Kind of seem like what Christ said a little bit.
Yeah.
Foxes have holes and birds have
That nest,
nests.
yeah. I
You
ain't got
want to
nowhere
follow
lay my
me? I
head.
don't even have a place to stay.
Right.
Is that going to separate you? Go ahead.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
Yeah, the body is dead.
Man, we are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Hold on for a minute. They didn't tell us this when we came into this walk?
Nah, that 35 hit hard.
We got to get mentally prepared.
Yeah,
Sheep to the slaughter?
yeah.
Time out, coach.
It said to the sword.
Time out. I just want to follow the Most High. Say, this come with it. This come with it.
I
Sheep
thought,
to the slaughter.
I thought that was in the Old Testament.
Man, it's in the New too. Because you know what? If you part of his body, this is exactly what Isaiah 53 said about the Messiah.
Yeah, carry that cross.
He was led as a sheep to the slaughter. I ain't saying it's the same way with us. Part of the body. Go ahead.
36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long, and we are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
See, man, where this scripture at when it get tough for you? Huh? What is we conquering? We got the most petty things that happen in our life. We can't conquer that.
Right.
We can't conquer it and serve God. Man, I got a headache. I can't serve the Most High.
Yeah.
Because you don't think somebody might need that word that's within you, that vessel. You're supposed to be a vessel fit for his use. Just because you got a headache, you're going to rob somebody of what they were supposed to get from you.
Bring it out.
So you're not thinking about your place in furthering the kingdom.
That's right.
You're thinking about how you feel on this earth in your life right now.
Right. But it be at work with a headache.
Is that still going to perform? You work better with a headache than you. You need to have a headache every day. That's your boss. You need to have a headache every day. Don't come here tomorrow unless you got a headache.
Right.
The Most High needs you too.
Yeah.
See, when he say everybody come from me with all that came before me was thieves and robbers, it extends more than to money.
Yeah.
Or are you robbing them? It's certain people he got for you to get.
Man, right.
He say do the work of an evangelist. Make full proof your ministry.
Wow.
Look, I can't get your people. Them people in your path he got for you. Are you robbing them? Are you stealing from the Most High? I ain't took nothing. Did you share the word with the person you were supposed to share it with? We more than conquerors, supposedly. Go ahead. We be glad when you get off this.
Nah, we need this. We need this.
You always talking about this stuff that sound fake. That's our mind. It's you always bringing up the cliches. Well, why don't you start performing it? Let's see how cliche it really is.
Right.
Laying down on a job. Only time people need to lay down on the job is if you're a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a mechanic, you need to stand on your feet.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities.
Hold on for a minute. This man just took away all excuses.
Yeah.
This man, what he's saying, I'm fully persuaded that neither death, angels?
Nor life, nor angels, nor
Man,
principalities.
Your main adversary.
Yeah,
your
the
main
angels,
enemy is a fallen angel. But you know what? I'm fully persuaded. The Most High is in you.
Right.
Nothing can separate. Because remember, when you separated from the Most High, what do we call that?
Dead.
More than conquerors, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I'm fully persuaded that what?
Neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim, which is in Hamashiach Yeshua, our Adonai.
That's why it wasn't no excuse for them people that left, that turned back. It's no excuse. Let the dead bury the dead. That can't separate you and me. Life, he said. Angels, principalities, that's governments and powers. Height, nor depth, nor any creature shall be able to separate you. That's Bob. Revelation 14:12. We got to get to that point.
Yeah, no excuses.
That's why, this is a walk that you're supposed to grow in. You start out drinking milk. All right, you can't drink milk 20 years later. I mean, milk is your primary substance. Get some meat. I don't eat meat. Okay, get some vegetables. Still ain't milk, right?
Right.
Yeah. Get your vegetable game up. Some eggs or something. Some salad. Superfood. Get you one, what they call superfood? Get you some superfood in you then.
Yeah.
It's something for everybody. That's the point. All right. We don't like your jokes. Verse 12. Just saying. 12. I am your conscience. Verse 12, yes, sir.
Here's the patience of the saints.
Just hurry up, will you?
Here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Hamashiach.
That's the qualification of becoming a saint. Keeping the commandments. And what else you say?
The faith of Yeshua.
That's it right there. That's it right there. Hope we got something out of the lesson. In Yeshua's name, I thank you for your time. Hallelujah.
Praise Yah.
Somebody let them know we done. Buried alive. That's what I could have called it. Buried alive. This would have been better, wouldn't it? Let me just change the name. Can y'all able?